I went to George Washington University. I got a degree in political science. By design, I wanted to be a lobbyist. You know, I wanted to stay in Washington, D.C. I worked on Capitol Hill. I worked for AIPAC. I did grassroots for AIPAC, tended bar, so on and so forth. And then my parents kind of said, look, we want you going to law school. We want you to have a degree.
Right.
If you ever want to go into business, you'll have something to fall back on.
Right.
So I said, okay. I applied to 2 schools, Nova and Miami. I didn't get into Miami, so I went to Nova. I had to do summer conditional. I had to fight my way in. So I did summer conditional, and I wasn't a student. I wasn't a school guy, so I just did every summer. And then I had 1 semester left, and I was done with school. I couldn't think anymore. You know what they do to you.
Right.
I couldn't think anymore, so I said, you know what? I'm going to do a clinical program so I don't have to be within these walls. By the way, this was Nova, not Nova Southeastern. Right. This was back on 9th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale. So I didn't have the campus and, you know, the beautiful school that a lot of other people went to.
Right.
I did criminal clinic, and I got to try cases, and I fell in love with being a criminal defense attorney. And so I abandoned my political dream. And so then, you know, right before my 50th birthday, I was looking to do something to add another facet to my career. And I started talking to some friends about, hey, how can I get involved in public life? How can I give back?
Right.
And in particular, I was talking to Josh Rydell. We were at the Obama-Roosevelt dinner in Broward.
Well, Josh Rydell, just for the viewers, is he still Cooper City mayor, or is he the mayor about Coconut Creek?
Coconut Creek.
Coconut Creek.
Yeah.
Mayor, yeah.
I think he's vice mayor right now.
Vice mayor.
But yeah, he's been the mayor.
Political life. But go ahead. Also a colleague, good friend of both of ours.
Yeah, real good guy. And he says to me, you should run for state house. I said, I'm not running for state house. It's way too big. Nobody just jumps into politics as their first, you know. So that was like Sunday night. He calls me Monday and he says, Katie Edwards resigned. I said, who's Katie Edwards?
Right. That's what I would have said. Right.
He said, that's your state representative. I had no idea.
Right.
I had no idea. And by Thursday, I had filed in and you know, the rest is history, so to speak. Yeah. So that's
an overwhelming. Yeah. Like, and did you know, like, obviously you were a poli-sci major. You had, so you knew the inner workings of what a House of Rep person does, right? Or not really?
You know, Schoolhouse Rock was a long time ago, you know. Yeah, I had, I knew it was a bicameral system. You never know, you'll never know what it's like until you're inside the sausage factory, you know. And I've been there now for 7 years. I'm still learning,